Hello students and a very warm welcome back to school. Today I am going to share with you the learning targets that is for the first week of reporting back to school. We are reporting back on 30th of August and this week will expand till the 3rd of September. It is the week 1 of reporting back to school. And I would like to share with you what topics we have in English that we'll be covering during this week and what are the subtopics concerning this and the cross-curricular link that we need to establish with the different subjects. We can do it directly or indirectly, it is left up to us. And additionally, I would like to share with you the NCERT learning indicator or the learning outcome that we need to follow, and we need to meet these targets at the end of the week, or there are certain learning targets that can extend to several weeks because these are learning goals and we are going to meet these targets with regard to our subject or the topic in question. Let me take you through it step by step so that you have a perfect understanding of the tasks that are in store for us for this week, so that you are well organized, you will have your books in place, you will come prepared to the class. The very first topic, the column that we have over here is indicating the week. This is week 1 of reporting back and we begin with the 30th of August and it will go on till Thursday, that is 3rd of September. Every week I'll try sharing the learning targets with you so that at the end of the week you can self-reflect and see what you have done well, what targets you have met, and to what extent you need to go and study more. In addition to it, we have got certain expectations which the NCERT expects us to meet. So apart from the topic, that is the content in question, you have also got the skills in question. So you need to balance your content and skill to such an extent that you are at par and you are comfortable. In case if you feel that you are not comfortable with a particular topic, you will not be able to meet the targets at the end of the week. So you can spend extra time preparing that. In addition to it, it will also help those who report back to school late, or maybe they are sick or they are unable to attend a particular class. You will know what you have missed. Alright, let me take you through the classes. We have got about 6 periods in a week, though we have a 5-day week period week, and on a certain day you will have 2 periods. So this is planned for 6 periods. We are going to begin with revision When Wishes Come True by Rabindranath Tagore. If you remember, this topic has been already covered, but we have a great number of new admissions in the class and this particular topic is being covered for term 1 examination, which will take place somewhere mid October, towards the end of October. So this topic is being redone. So this reading of this particular lesson and addressing to question answers. We will have listening practice. Listening practice can be from a passage, it can also be in general, that means listening to the teacher and responding accordingly. It can be listening to one person and recording to responding to the comprehension. So it can be in general, it need not be a passage as such and responding to the passage. It can be general also, classroom conversation. Remember that we have got internal assessments which is known as enrichment, where speaking and listening is tested. So classroom listening and speaking is also tested from here. This is for vocabulary, that is spelling and vocabulary parade. When you come across new words, new spellings, those are to be learned, and this is an individual practice. You may pick new words, you may find synonyms and keep on building your words, but spelling test will be taken occasionally. Writing a ballad, this is a creative extension to our curriculum, though it is not prescribed by the NCERT, but this is something which we need to explore, research and see if we can write poem which is in the form of a story, that is a ballad. Then we have reading comprehension. This yellow color indicates that this particular topic is from your course book, and this green color indicates that this topic is from your literature book. Now see, what do we have from the yellow, that the course book? Reading comprehension, unit 3, real life heroes. Unit 3 will have 3 topics, the lessons in it. 2 are prose and 1 is poem. We are taking the first one in unit 3, that is section 1. That section 1 is the summit within. The page numbers may tally or may not tally. Please remember that it depends on the book, the textbook edition that you have in hand. So just remember, unit 3, real life heroes, and section 1 is the summit within. And then we have the literature book. Again, if you remember, this was the revision. Now for this week, the new topic in literature from the literature book is Experiments by Louisa May Alcott, and it's a prose. We will have the reading of that. We'll have question answers. We will try identifying the literary devices, and we will analyze the literature part of that, the conflict, and the other aspects of literature. Let me see if we have anything more in that column. I guess no, we do not have. So let's go to the next column, the subtopics. Now in every lesson we have certain subtopics, that is literature comprehension of the story. When you're reading that, you should be able to write the question answers. So we have comprehension of the story. We have the vocabulary parade practice. That means from the lesson you will pick new words, vocabulary, and occasional spelling test will be given. Then we have the poem appreciation in this particular. Now if you write a ballad, that will be peer assessment and appreciation. Appreciation means to identify the literary devices, poetic devices, and try to appreciate and comment on it. Then we have writing poem creation. I told you it's a ballad, it's a challenge, though it is not a part of the NCERT curriculum. It is an extension and enrichment in our curriculum. And then we have vocabulary. From vocabulary, now this it's in there in your textbook. We have synonyms. Page numbers may tally or need not tally. Please do not worry about the page numbers. From grammar, we have transitive and intransitive verbs. Then we have dictionary practice. Remember, from the objectives, when I tell you about the dictionary practice, you will get a fair idea. Life skills and cognitive thinking, we have got some activity from our textbook that we are going to do. Then we have this crystal blue color. This is our workbook. Workbook is grammar practice, reading, writing. All the exercises are present. Again, the page numbers may not tally, but please see that we have got reading comprehension in our workbook. We have got MCQ questions. We have got idioms pertaining to language. Then transitive, intransitive. The grammar will be taught in general, but you will be given these exercises to do independently. Then you have got synonyms, writing using similarities and differences. That is comparative writing. And while we are studying this particular topic, we will try our level best to establish certain relations with your other subjects. For example, if it is history, we should be able to connect it to past and present timeline. Present and past, like for example in this story, when wishes come true, we have got past and present. Real life personal experiences, likes and dislikes and experiences, again with relating to the same story, we have got certain aspects. We'll try to connect this and get into a class discussion. This is how we'll relate to our speaking and listening exercise. And then you have your UAE studies, you've got your moral education. We'll try our level best to relate the experiments of Louisa May Alcott. That means this particular story, though we have not read it but now we are going to begin this topic afresh. We'll try relating it with the experiment of Al Amal, the Hope. That means the Mars mission, which took place on 22nd of August 2020. If you can find out a little more and be more prepared for the class, you'll be able to get into a discussion. At the end, I would like to tell you about the learning objectives or the learning outcomes that you need to get out of while studying these lessons. These are from the NCERT learning indicators. Identifies, that means students are able to identify details. If you know that I've already taught you how to extract the main idea from a sentence, main idea from a paragraph and main idea from a passage. So you should be able to identify the main idea and details, that means supporting information for that. You should be able to identify characters, main idea and sequence of ideas, that means sequence of ideas you should be able to connect with the sequence markers, linkers and connectors and transitional words. You see those words and try to see how the story is connected and how it is progressing. You should be able to find out that from the given literature. This is from the literature and events in textual and non-textual material also. Inferring the meaning of unfamiliar words. Now remember, it is expected that while we are reading our literature, we should not be referring the dictionary or Google search it immediately. We should read that part of the literature. We should look for contextual clues, either in between two commas, or we look for the contextual clues after the next sentence, or we try to look we attach a meaning to it and we progress with the reading. We come back to it, we identify whether what meaning we have attached to that new word is right or not. This is what is expected of you with regard to vocabulary, that is reading for contextual clue, contextual understanding of the text. If at all we are not able to do that, then we go and refer a dictionary, which is the very weaker form of learning language. We progress to inferring the meaning of unfamiliar words by reading them in the context. Referring a dictionary is additional to it. If we are not able to interpret the meaning of the word by looking at the prefix, suffix or the root word, then of course you can go ahead and look up in the dictionary. The expectations of looking up in the dictionary, that means how to go in the alphabetical order, how to look at the figure of speech, how to read the phonetic transcription, whether to see whether that's a noun form or what form of a word is that, see how it is used. All those skills, dictionary skills, are based on this. Then you have thesaurus. Thesaurus, in one example I have already taught, that means how to use Robert's thesaurus. Try using Robert's thesaurus in order to build your vocabulary during the week. And then you have encyclopedia. That means if you come across certain aspects in literature and the story, you should be able to look up in an encyclopedia. Encyclopedia has got its own set of rules and regulations, where the volumes are based on A, B, C, D, and then it goes till Z, and then you have the first book in which you will have the guidelines of how it connects from A to N, then how it connects from M to Z, and in which book you will find that information. If you see the encyclopedia, you will have you should be able to look up an encyclopedia and define meaning, the spellings of words while reading and writing. Then another objective that is expected of you is that to ask and respond to questions based on the text. That means you should be able to comprehend the question and answers, books and other resources. And when you refer some outside resource or internet, you should be able to respond to it, not just copy paste it, but read, understand and reframe and respond to it. And out of curiosity, you should be able to pose questions and respond to questions and those answers orally and in writing and in the variety of texts. I think this is quite a number of objectives that we have, and I know that during a week one cannot meet all these objectives, so this will keep progressing and recurring in other topics that we will progress during the week or the month. So what is expected of you is that for every skill you should have in your notebook, whether you are at the emergent level, that means the early level, or you are at the second, that is the progressing level, or you have met the curriculum requirement, or you are exceeding the curriculum requirement. I repeat this is what is expected of you to have in your notebook. That is, are you at the emergent level? Emergent level is the first level, second is the progressing level, third is the curriculum, whether you have met the curriculum, fourth is whether you are exceeding the curriculum. If you are exceeding the curriculum, you are way above the class level. So this is expected of you. That is the purpose of sharing this piece of information with you. I'll try my level best to share the learning targets of the lesson every week. Thank you very much for paying attention, and I hope that you will make the best use of this learning target that is being shared with you. If you are new on the channel, if you are new admission, kindly join, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that when I upload the next learning target, you get the notification. And if you liked it, please hit like and share it with your classmates, family and friends. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.